Okay, finally made it to the Farmington River. Took us about an hour. It's over there. And we got Ben here, our local expert. Why are we here?
So, well, we're at the Farmington River because, in general, it's basically one of the best known and well-fished trout rivers in pretty much most of New England. I mean, there's obviously other stuff in Mass and Vermont that's really good in New Hampshire, but it's pretty renowned here. So there's a wild trout population that is very tempting to try and get into. I
never caught a trout. Very excited about that.
But they also stock it pretty heavily, so I think we have a good shot of getting into something regardless. And then we're starting just kind of far north on the river, and we're going to work our way south throughout the day. So we're in a pretty narrow section, and it's going to be really cold. Like, the water's probably 40 degrees. And it stays really cold because it's a tailwater river. But yeah, it should be a good start.
All right, yeah, so never done river fishing successfully, and never done any river fishing on funky fishing. So this is going to be a first and hopefully a successful day. See you when we catch. Traveling, hiking down this little path to get to the river. Love getting out in nature, stuff like that. Oh man, this is picturesque. I love the noise of the river.
Let's get in down here so I don't want to fish it.
Oh yeah. Where would I want to be putting my streamer, my spinner?
So
over here?
Really, you're gonna cast like up there and bring it in while it comes down.
Oh, it comes down.
And actually, you can actually do that here over these ripples. So basically, like, you know, there's a boulder right there.
Yeah. All right, that would be a boulder.
You will get stuck on things, but just be kind of silly. You're gonna have to grip it pretty good.
I got extras.
But you have waders too, so you can go out and get it.
It's true. Oh yeah.
But that actually might work. So if you come in over here, like, you can see that, like, this is a seam with a little water here. See how it's slower right here, and then it picks up right there.
Yeah. So this is a seam. The slow part is the seam.
Yeah, like just in between. So like literally.
Okay. Right. Where it meets. Oh. It is slippery.
Oh yeah. As a heads up.
I don't have like a felt or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, just cast out.
Where are you gonna cast as a
So
fly
I'll
fisherman?
probably cross and see the seam right there. So you see all the hard water, and then there's like the soft part right there.
In the middle?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll be standing over there near those little trees and casting down there this way.
So you're gonna try to get into that middle, slower part?
Like on the edge of it. So like.
All right.
They're probably not in the slow, but they could be.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt to, like, literally, like, all of this is fishable water.
I gotcha. Got an intense crossing going on. I have this on just in case he falls. Funny to see it. All right, let's get this bad boy out. It's a spinner. See what happens. Next cut. Gotta go down this. It's pretty narrow. Pretty steep, I should say. Probably mushroom lovers out there. There's a mushroom here. I get some saffron. All right. So Ben told me cast down there and just pull this up. See what happens. Another spot we just moved out to, and it's a lot more open. Apparently this is a dry fly fishing spot. And let's see where we're gonna be casting, where he tells us. But this is a cool looking spot. Don't want to trip. I just gotta wait out. Us to throw into the white water area, let it drift a little bit, and then start pulling back in, you know, so that you get the motion of the spinner. And then after that, you know, do that a couple times and just fan out to different areas, further cast, closer cast, and just bring it in, see what happens. Number 3. Hopefully some trout over here. Looks promising. Spot 3, no luck. Onward and upward. Oh, we're gonna order food.
Yeah.
We're gonna grab food. We're gonna eat food. Spot number 4, by a bridge. Yeah, so we're gonna head and get some food right now, some brisket, refuel, and get back out there. As we all know, the next spot is always the best spot. We got a cross section. I was just too excited and forgot to hit record. But yeah, this is the brisket sandwich. This is kind of what it would look like new. And yeah, delicious, guys. If you're ever in Riverton, and you're fly fishing or spin fishing the Farmington River, smoking, pretty nice place to stop. Talk about all the catches you just had, or none of the catches you just had.
Either way, it's smooth conversation.
Today's episode is brought to you by FCP Euro. Go get your
European car parts.
And go check out the race team. This is spot number 5 or 6? 6.
5.
All right, spot number 5. Here we go. This spot, I'm gonna see if I could learn a little bit of fly fishing.
So I'm gonna throw a streamer onto this 4-weight rod for you, which is the lighter of the 2 rods. Be a little easier to cast. And what we're gonna do is, I do have a trailing nymph on here, so just in case they want to hit the little trailer.
Just in case.
But what we're gonna do is swing it basically. So what that means is we're gonna cast it basically 45 degrees across the river, and then let this, like literally what it sounds like, let the fly swing underneath itself. And then you're just gonna, similarly how you would reel in your rod, you're gonna just, I'll show you how to do it, but you're gonna do it with your hand with them.
Just like pull.
Yeah, you're gonna be stripping a little bit of line.
See how it's done.
Your pointer finger, this is key. Like this is your drag, this is your hook set, this is just like when you're mending line, like this is what stops it. So that is key. This, your left hand, so sorry, I'm a lefty, so your left hand will be mending all of your lines. So that's what you're stripping with. Stripping is when you literally pull it back. Mending is actually when you what I was explaining earlier, when you put the line in front of or behind the fly, depending on the water between you. And to start, so you got your hand on here, this is holding the line, and literally you're just gonna go nice and slow, and they say 10 to 2. So you're just going back and forth, and you can feel the line load up the rod, right? So you'll feel like when it wants to come forward, and it's nice and slow. You should never hear it go whoosh. Like it's almost like you have to be more patient than you expect for it to go back. And as I'm forward casting, more lines coming out of my hand, right? And then as I come back, I'm pulling more line out, and then I'm going forward and I let that line out, and then it's coming back. So
how many times do you pull it out?
It just depends where you're trying to get to, right? So like if you're just trying to go right in front of you, it's not a big deal.
Oh man, so that's the whole game, like pulling it out.
Yeah.
In that stroke.
So like if my reel was a little bit louder, you'd hear rinse, 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 because it'd be me. But once it's out, now it's just line coming from here. I'm not pulling it out of the reel anymore. It's just getting it back out to where I want to go. And then immediately I'll set back up like this. So your pointer finger's back on right when you get to where you want to go. And this is us.
So once you have enough line, that you don't need to pull out anymore.
No, unless you want to go further.
Then
unless you need more line.
How do you cast when you have enough line? Let me see that.
So like you'll strip into like where you're happy, where you're like, okay, I'm done reeling. So like usually just you can use the end of, once you see your leader, and then you'll start back up. You need tension on this to pull it out of the water, right? So like you're slowly pulling it out of the water, and then this is just letting it go. So I'm holding it on my back cast, letting go on my front cast, holding it back on my back cast, and then all that line's coming back out. And then that.
So it's like the first 3 casts is a cast. Right?
Yeah, they're called false casts.
It's just like letting go, and it's the first
Yep.
one because you let.
Yep. So like the last one you.
Is a cast.
Yeah, and the last one you kind of load up, right? So like these are like just to get the line out, right? Like I'm not worried about it going all the way out, but now it's like, all right, now I know I'm gonna cast right here, and then you let it out. But you'll get a feel for it because this will just let go, hold on, let go, hold on. Now compared to like in the salt where you're trying to get it really far, it's called like a double haul. So you're pulling back here and then you're pulling back forward. So you're always keeping tension on it. And then so if you were fishing out there, you're gonna say cast out there, drift it down, and then once it gets there, you'll just, you know, play with your retrieves, let it swing. It's literally letting it swing in the water. So and then you'll feel the take on this, and you'll just, it's called a strip set when you're stripping the line in. So you'll strip set it into their mouth and come up. When you're fighting the fish, you can fight it on the reel. So if you want it to fight you on the reel, you hold it here like you're dragging. You're gonna crank this as fast as you can to get it onto the reel. Or if you're careful, if you keep tension on it, you can let line out as he takes tension from you. But you just gotta be mindful. You'll have fun. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. You just gotta play with it. You really just gotta play with it. And you'll be like, oh, I felt that. Like Moses. Thou shalt not catch fish.
Fly, you fools!
Go slower forward, slower forward. Like almost like one speed. Go nice and easy, nice and slow. Smaller, like 10 to 2. You're going all the way, yeah. Stop, so don't break your wrist all the way. Just, yeah, right there. Right there. Don't, so like.
I was 10 to 2? Give me that.
Yeah, you were at like 9 or like past it, so like think 10 to 2. Keep it small if anything. There you go. Just give them big pulls. Yeah, give them big pulls. There you go. So it's better. Kind of came like, whoosh. That was good. No, it was good.
I was like, when it went out, like.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's all about how does it feel. There you go. So see, you hear your last cast, it goes whoosh. It's because you're going twice as fast on that. Just do it just like you're doing the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like, here I go, whack. And it's like, no, all you need is just a nice simple let go, you know what I mean? Because it's, think of it like rhythmically, right? Like you don't want to fuck up the rhythm. Nice and slow. It looks better. It's hard because like right now you're finding the balance between arm and wrist and like how much of everything. Bring your arm down a little bit. Yep. And like, yeah. Yep. So you finished kind of high there, but that was, did you feel that back one? It was like,
Yeah, I did feel a little bit of a better, like,
yeah. 'Cause you don't need to really reach. Like, yeah, you can go straight over your head. Like, if you watch the movies, right, they're like straight over the top, like, you know, like this, which can help actually.
fly fishing.
It's the future of funky fishing.
I don't know about that. Come on. Woo!
Yeah.
All right. And that's how it's done.
Dude,
Poorly, but that's how it's done.
you hooked up right here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you would have went down right there.
So spot number 5. Sometimes you don't catch it all. That's what keeps you coming back. 5 spots and nothing. Not even a rise from a fish or anything. He was fly fishing the whole time. I was spinning. Nothing.
I don't think we saw anybody come close to even catching anything either, which is surprising with enough people with different techniques fishing all on the same river. I mean, I know the fish are here. Like, it's a great river. It's just seemed to be one of those days. But
yeah, so one of those days. You know how it goes. Hopefully a little bit better luck next time. But I did learn how to fly fish a bit. So that was fun, that was exciting. And you know I'll be back with a vengeance, as I always am. Until next time, guys, stay groovy.